What up, it's TJ, and today we're gonna be looking at a story where Spider-Man and Wolverine were stuck in time. So we start off with Spider-Man looking up at the stars, and he's trying to find out a way to get back to the present day, but he can't find anything. But off rip though, look at this man's face. Gillette needs to sponsor him right now. He out here looking homeless. Anyways, as he's looking at the stars, he realizes a meteor is going to come down and destroy Earth, and it's the same one that took out the dinosaurs, so they are all fried right now. He also figures out that it is coming the next day. With this information, he decides to tell Wolverine, and we pan over to Wolverine, and he out here getting busy. He got a tribe called Little Folk, and they're fighting against the Kill Folk, and of course Wolverine wins. Then he captures the opposing side, and after all that, Spider-Man pulls up. And I just gotta tell y'all right now, these niggas don't like each other at all, but also the people are looking up to Spider-Man and Wolverine as gods. Anyway, Spider-Man gets on Wolverine's ass about interfering with the time stream because he is low-key doing too damn much. Why do you have a tribe? But Wolverine then says back they're not getting back home. Spider-Man then responds back with, nigga, we gon' die. And then he walks away thinking Wolverine blames him for all of this. Then they both think to themselves, why couldn't they be stuck with anyone else? And then they both start thinking about all the questions that are unanswered. Wolverine wants to know who's responsible, and Spider-Man wants to know who's this woman he keeps having dreams about.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
But then it flashes back to what happened before they got there, and it starts off with a bank alarm going off. Spider-Man is heading over to it, and Wolverine is cornering this dude in the alley, and the guy says all he had to do was lure him there. But then Wolverine hears the bank alarm, so he heads over, and the bank is getting robbed by somebody called the Orb. Now I don't know who this is, and not gonna lie, I don't want to know because he look lame, but one of his henchmen has a bag of glowing rocks, and Spider-Man swings over and kicks it out of his hands. Wolverine gets there, cuts the dude's gun in half. Then Spider-Man and Wolverine look at each other like,
oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
And I do want to say, throughout this run, they do not like each other at all. Anyways, the rocks hit the floor, and then that teleports Wolverine and Spider-Man to the past. And at the moment, it looks like Spider-Man was the cause of this. Now it switches over to where they are currently, and Spider-Man is burning all traces of him being in the past, and Wolverine is meditating so he can make peace with him and his tribe dying. But neither of them can make peace. Spider-Man rushes writing down equations to find a way back to the present, and Wolverine gets mad and attacks a random person that just pops up out of nowhere. Then it's revealed the same rocks that teleported them are on the meteor as well. And then as soon as it hits, they get teleported to the future. And when they get to this future, they realize the humans have been wiped out and the little folk are the ones that take over. And that leads us to issue 2. Now we start off in issue 2 with Spider-Man teaching a class about gravity. But after he finishes class, he walks outside, and then we see hella small folk. And some fucking how they survived this long. And humans are now extinct. But back on topic, Spider-Man goes to his lab, and he has a helper named Malik, and they're looking for specific ways to save their planet. And then it's revealed to us that they somehow, some way came across a cosmic cube, but it might as well be a door stopper because it does not work. Now while they're talking, an alarm starts ringing, making them aware of a planetary threat. So Spider-Man swings over to Wolverine so he could tell him, and before he gets there, we see a group of small folk outside of Wolverine's crib, and they're praying to him. And yo, look at this nigga's warning sign. You came here together, you can't separate. But Spider-Man say fuck all that shit, and then he just sneaks in anyway. Now they start talking, and Spider-Man is telling Wolverine about how the small folk are outside every single day praying to him, but he still want to stay inside like a whole ass nigga, and he's the reason they're even alive to begin with. Now some robots pop up out of nowhere, and now they are in a fight. Wolverine mentions how his brother tried to kill him, and Spider-Man says, you're the only other human on Earth, and I want to kill you every single day, you bitch ass nigga. Wolverine says back, you couldn't kill shit. Peter says back, I'm strong as fuck, I will wreck your shit. Logan says back, I can never tell when you're joking. Peter says back, I think you're the best nigga to be in the wasteland with. Now that was a joke. Then Spider-Man starts walking away, and then he says, I would love to stay, but the world is about to end, and I'd rather not waste my time, you bitch ass nigga. Logan then reveals that he found someone that was watching him. Then Spider-Man says, okay, then go out and fight. Wolverine then says, I'll be there when the time is right. Peter says back, nigga, we do not need you coming in last minute. They need hope. Logan says back, nigga, I ain't Jesus. Peter then says back, oh, I get it. It's more easy to kill than inspire. Okay, great legacy. you bitch ass nigga. And then he just walks away. And I'm not gonna lie, bro, we need Spider-Man like this way more often. I never knew he could get on niggas like this. But anyway, Spider-Man goes back to his classroom and somebody shoots at him and he looks back and it's the orb. And why the fuck does he look like Rambo? Now the orb tries to tell Peter about the Minutemen. Oh no. Then he gets snatched up through a portal. And right after that happens, Spider-Man gets an alert in his classroom. So he goes down to the mine and the small folks show him a box with the Phoenix Force logo on it. He picks it up and then starts heading over to the elders. But then his spider sense is going crazy. He looks up and sees Dr. Doom in the form of Ego, the living planet. Peter then rushes back to his lab and he casts the Phoenix Force into a bullet, the same power that can destroy a universe he harnessed in minutes. Fuck Batman prep time. And let's talk about Peter Prep Parker, nigga. Now he gets the gun and whoever shoots the gun is going to die. They're going to disintegrate after the shot is fired. But as soon as Spider-Man is ready to accept his fate, Wolverine hits him in the head and knocks him down, then takes the gun and now he's going to fire it. But then as Wolverine is walking to go shoot it, there's two voices in the background and then we see a baseball bat with rocks on it, and then we see a nigga smiling and he has exclusive diamond grills. And this brings us over to issue 3 and we start off with Wolverine reminiscing on his long ass life, and I'm pretty sure he's older than Captain America. But as he's thinking about this, he fights some beetles, drinks some beer. Oh yeah, also I forgot to say he helped create beer. Like he literally taught them how to create beer. But back on topic, he starts aura farming and then he thinks about all the ways that he thought he would go out. He then looks at the gun, aims it at Doom. Spider-Man is trying to get to him in time, but Wolverine's trigger finger is too fast and he gets incinerated. Spider-Man gets there after the fact and he feels guilty. And so naturally, as you do, he tries to bring it back.
For the love of God!
So then we pan over to Wolverine after death and he says to himself, this is his punishment for ever being alone. And then he hears his mother. And as he's hearing that, Spider-Man gets the cosmic cube to work. And I ain't gonna lie, this part low-key is getting me mad because Spider-Man is thinking of all the other things that he can do but bring Wolverine back. And the thing is, Wolverine is at peace right now. He's done a lot of messed up shit and he's tried to atone for it. And for somebody like him, this is the only natural conclusion. There is no more riding off into the sunset. He's seen a million of them. But we have 3 more issues left, so you already know what he's gonna do. Literally, as Wolverine is about to touch his mother's hand, he gets brought back and Wolverine crashes out, as he should. Like nigga, this was the equivalent of getting woken up in the middle of a good ass dream and the person who woke you up just saying hi. Like nigga, get the fuck out of my face with that shit. And so they start fighting and Wolverine actually cut Spider-Man. And then he said, you just brought me back to make yourself feel better. Spider-Man says, yeah, you're right. I should have left your ass looking like beef stew, nigga. Let me rectify my mistake.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
Wolverine says, no balls. Spider-Man then says, I am tired of looking at you. Wolverine says, yo, I hear a bitch every time you open your mouth. And they then start charging at each other. And just as they about to start scrapping, they get stopped. And then those same voices from issue 2 start talking. And come to find out, they cannot let them kill each other because their boss is going to be mad. Now, these people that are talking are apparently time travelers. And the diamonds that you see that are all on them are the things that have been teleporting Spider-Man and Wolverine all throughout time. And anytime Spider-Man and Wolverine come in contact with the diamonds, it sends them to a random point in time. So with that being said, the niggas with the diamonds hit Wolverine and Spider-Man, and we pan over to a flabbergasted Wolverine. And I'm so surprised he did not chop this nigga's head off, because he just randomly puts a luchador mask on his face and then he gets pushed out into the spotlight. Spider-Man, however, appears in a snowy ass area covered in meat. And I'm not saying pause on that. Spider-Man then says, is that the Grim Reaper? Then it pans back over to Wolverine and he's staring at young Peter Parker in the face. And this is when he first got his powers, when he started wrestling for money. And then it pans back over to Spider-Man and he's looking at an animalistic Logan. And do you remember when Wolverine says his brother tried to kill him? This is the time that he's talking about. And on that note, I'm going to end it because small little foreshadowing moments like that is why I took so long with this video. video. You don't know I took that long with this video because I'm preparing this video for later. But since I read the whole thing already, I'm already knowing what's gonna happen next. So stay tuned for part 2. I'm dropping part 2 later, so remember part 1. But if you got this far into the video, leave a like, leave a cash emoji, and have a good one.
What? Who that is in that condo? We got good burgers, no white. Was made in Toronto. Number 9 mid bitch, call me Rondo. Bitch, I hit the plug with a 2-piece combo. Bitches on dress coat, this not a poncho. Take off like Quiver Hustle. Yeah, ball with my brothers like I'm Lonzo. Look like I'm safety, that shit on the Bronco. Fake ID, my name John Doe. That door lock, we gon' kick it. Bitch, we sticked up in that Tahoe. Bitch, don't think you finna send me, cause it Glock go wherever I